We're live, boys. We're talking. Don't say,
Nice.
don't say anything stupid now.
No, I gotta clean it up now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This is pretty exciting because you both, we both went on the podcast and we talked, and your episodes were the ones with the most amount of engagement, and people got really excited when we posted that graphic. Just I don't know. I think it's a cool thing. You have I was gonna say top pros, but you have the fucking most important men physique competitor in the fucking podcast. So we have a top pro.
Oh yeah, he's a pro now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget, and I'm like, holy shit, yeah, Tom won the fucking
It's still kind of fresh,
Yeah, right. He won the men's physique national overall title, and then damn,
that's a big fucking deal, huh?
Yeah, it's been a journey, man. But we go back way before that, so it's still kind of weird.
That's a big fucking deal, bro. Yeah. Andres, what's going on with you, man?
Man, I've been busy, dude. I've been taking on a lot more bikini athletes, and I got let me see, I got 4 girls in prep, and then I got 3 in their improvement phases.
Nice.
Improvement
including
season.
Your wife.
Yeah, 4.
How many weeks out now?
Rachel she'll be 7 weeks out this Friday, Saturday.
Godspeed.
Yeah, I know. Right?
She's good, man.
No, okay. She's good, man. She actually, I think we have a good dynamic where, I understand that she's prepping. I'm prepping her, so I know when she gets and she's actually not even that bad. Her grumpy is other people normal, if that makes sense.
So how do you do that? Is it like the John Jewett kind of deal where she sends you a check-in, you get on your laptop and you just communicate through that, or just do you?
No, I actually thought about doing that, but literally so she's in school and then I don't see her till the weekends. So because she goes on rotations for Monday through Fridays.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. No wonder.
Yeah, so literally she comes home on Friday nights, and then we do check-ins on Saturday mornings. And I literally we have her set up right here. She does her pictures. She tells me her measurements, and I write everything down in my tracker. So she doesn't have to fill anything out. She literally just tells me her weight, her measurements, her health markers, and then we do pictures. I upload it, and then I just look at everything, and then this is what we're gonna do.
That's so sick, man. That's
crazy. So it's I can't wait. Sometimes even now we're starting to do 2-a-day check-ins. So she'll send me her check-ins on Wednesday, and it's literally just weight and pictures, and she just tells me how she's feeling. If there's anything really big to note, digestion is slow down, sleep is shit, or she just feels really bad in general, then I'll kind of make adjustments off of that.
So do you give her feedback right there on the spot?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's literally. I'll talk to her every day, so it's we're in constant communication. So it's not if she tells me her digestion is off or she had a new low the day before check-ins, then I kind of already have in my mind kind of what we're going to do, if that makes sense. Yeah. I just need visual to confirm so I can compare to last week's.
Well, that makes sense if you keep track of it day to day. I know even when I see a client in person, it's I just especially peaking them is different. You don't emotions that come into play, so I have to process it. Once I see it, and I'll send them the plan. I'll have them leave the room.
Oh yeah. See, for me, I do peaking a little. I don't know how you do peaking, but I started peaking people very, very simple. Literally, I don't go too complicated. My peak is basically take away stressors, if that makes sense. So if you're doing a lot of cardio, we're gonna pull that back. If you're doing a lot of training, we're gonna pull that back. If you're, you know what I mean, and then kind of find a look that looks good with a weight. And that's pretty much it. But at that point, peak week or 10 days out, we're checking in 2 times a week, morning and 2 times per day, morning and night with weight. And then by that point, it's kind of I remember I had 2 clients, I had one girl compete at nationals after Rachel, and then I had Rachel competing. I literally had it down to a science where they were going to bed at the same weight and then waking up at the same weight to nail the look that we wanted. It was almost like clockwork.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So what is your how much has it changed since last show? really kind of blew you up, put you on the map.
Oh yeah, man. I think after
capacity has definitely been expanded, I'm sure.
Yeah, I feel like our social media really grew after that last show, especially when like Team Atlas shouted us out. And I wasn't even expecting that because I didn't tag him on my story or anything. I literally just put it up.
Yeah.
Where I was like, yo, like my day is made. Like she plays third, but like to be acknowledged by somebody that has a really good bikini eye kind of like reassures me that I'm on the right track, if that makes sense. And then when he put it on his story, then it just like it like blew our social media up. And then I just kind of been rolling with it. I just keep posting, and then the clients that are looking really good or responding really well, and I just keep posting them, and then just keep rolling with it.
Dude, David, you posted something up. What was it? This morning, yesterday. And it's something that really resonated because I'm sure we've gone through it too, but when you devote so much time and energy to a client and you don't get that, I don't know if it's the same back, or is it just they have to be motivated or they expect more from you when they're not 100% back?
I had so many people DM me about that post that it was like overwhelming, because they're not gonna openly comment on my post and say, hey man, I get what you're saying, right? They send me a DM, and dude, I'm talking about like pro bodybuilders. It's like, dude, I feel what you're saying. Like girls that were using the Olympia stage. It's like, and coaches. It's like, gosh, we could get so fucking deep into this.
I know, that's what I brought it up.
It's, there is understanding that you really need to put yourself in a position where you are your priority, also while having somebody else's health and life in your hands when you're helping them. It's very difficult, because it's a very fine line that you have to stay on top of. So, but us as coaches, we just go the extra mile, and we give 200%. But it's really difficult for someone who is not as committed as we are to give you back at least 50%. Because, dude, when someone sends you a check-in and they're looking good, you get so fucking excited. It's like, hold on, I'm going to nail this look. But then, Saturday morning comes around and it's like, hey, coach, sorry, but I fucked up on my diet. It literally breaks your fucking heart, dude. Because you're like, how? Like, I'm giving you my everything. All I need you to do is give me 100% for the next 8 weeks. Can you do that? And it's hard for us to like resonate with that, just because we are so committed to changing this person's life, right? And I wrote that this morning. I wake up really early, like I'm an early riser, and I wrote that this morning, and I was just like, man, this is really how I feel, and it goes that way in relationships. It goes this way, with your coaching. It goes this way, with businesses. It literally goes with everything in your life. And it takes like a big moment of realization to know that you cannot expect the same that you're given in return from people who are not committed to their goals as much as you are. So
yeah,
it was tough to write it. But I open up. I fucking cry all the time, so I just let it out.
Well, it's okay. I know you got that out there. Some people might get butthurt and take that offensive, as always villainizing amateur competitors and clients. It's like, no, it's just as coaches and as athletes ourselves, we've walked that walk, so we can definitely relate to the process. And it's just something that I know I don't tolerate that on a plan, and clients just constantly over and over again, like fucking up. It's just going off, deviating, and it's not negligence to coaching. Like, hey, let me know, communicate. If you're really that bogged down in the gym, your performance is suffering, hey, let me know. Maybe you need a refeed, or if you're on the verge of binging, but when I see that over and over again, we're not even in that state of a diet phase yet. It's hard for me to be 100%. And I'm sure you guys deal with that too. It's like, give me 100%, I give 200. Give me 90%, and it doesn't excite me.
Yeah.
I
agree. I mean, I've kind of taken, like, my coaching has evolved, I guess. I've taken a different approach. I take a different approach with all, like, I don't have one same approach for everybody, if that makes sense. If you give me 100%, I'll give you 200 back. But if you show me that you don't care, then it's like, I mean, I'll be there to motivate you sometimes, but I'm not going to handhold you the whole time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I also take a different approach if it's just a lifestyle client and then a prep client. Like,
I think it's important to mention that, because obviously we don't expect a lifestyle client to be that structured and strict.
Yeah, if you're someone coming to me looking to lose weight, just feel good and look good, I'll give you a lot of leeway. As long as you follow that plan 80% for a long period of time, you're going to be good. I'd rather you follow the plan 80% for a whole year than be 100% for 4 weeks, if that makes sense.
And burn out. And
yeah. But with, like, if you come to me as a prep client, like a bikini girl, and you tell me that you want to turn pro, I'm going to treat you like a pro athlete. And if you fail, like, if you're cheating every week, you're missing your check-ins, then I'm going to be on your ass and I'm going to tell you about it. And if you're doing good, doing 100%, then I'm going to give you 200% back, pretty much.
And then I wrote a different post. Actually, I posted on my story about Marcos.
It was great, though. The past 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's definitely he's been pushing hard. And the thing is, like, what do you say? I lost Jerry for a second. I couldn't hear what you said.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
So I wrote a post, on my story, and it was trying to bring a little bit of light to what an athlete coach relationship actually is, right? It's not just about the calories and the cardio. It's understanding biofeedback. That, to me, is the most important thing that you can have during a prep. There is nothing more important than what the body's telling you, right? And that only comes through communication. And, like, he's never missed a single check-in. He's never been late. If he's ever missed a cardio session that he hasn't, he said, hey, dude, I missed this cardio session for some reason, right? He's a natural athlete, and people, he's WMBF, he's not in the NPC IVB. The difference is this, like, the big difference is that it doesn't matter if you're stepping on the Olympia stage or if your goal is to lose 20 pounds. The goal is the same. You need to live your life with integrity and do whatever the fuck you said you were going to do. And going back to, if you give me 90%, I honestly cannot give you the rest, is that if you give me your 100%, I'm going to be there for you the whole way. I'm not a motivator. Like, I'm not here to, cheer you on, but I will. It's because you're working your ass off and you need someone to support you there, So this guy, dude, he's been just busting his ass, and that's just what good communication is. When someone misses a check-in, it's like, hey, well, coach, I missed my check-in and I didn't want to send it because I didn't look good. It's like, well, why don't you look good? Because you cheated on your diet. That's why. Not because of anything else. So I think that, when people go into prep, for example, right, and like Andrew said, I want to turn pro. Everybody wants to turn pro, but nobody wants to work like a fucking pro bodybuilder, right? They need to know that in order for you to turn pro, you need to act like one before you do.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a fucking fact. Tom, I used you a while back on one of my stories. I don't even think I tagged you because I was just so in the moment. And I said, I have a buddy that he won the fucking biggest show in the country, but he had won that show months, like, before the show actually happened. And that's what people don't quite understand. That the law of attraction, like, you literally become what you think about. It's real shit. Like, if you think about it, you will become it. So if you want to be pro, act like a pro, eat like a pro, sleep like a pro, like do everything like a pro, then you'll be a pro. I'm done with my rant.
Yeah, no,
But that's so true though, man. It's just, and it took me years, seasons of competing to really get that and understand. And luckily I did have great guidance on my side that would tell me straight up is like, hey, you need to do this year round. You can't just go for 12, 16 weeks hard and then just throw that shit all out the window at the end of the road. So I think it does take a level of maturity, but it's also there's a lot of money that's invested into this endeavor. It's getting to the point like it's too expensive to be just a regular hobby for the average person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're going to be hurting somewhere else in their life, their relationships, their, this definitely sacrifices that just needed to be made in order to compete at that level. So is it going to be worth it to that individual? Like, they need to think really hard and long about it before they go down that road, because you can't live that kind of lifestyle and really expect just a year after year after year after year you're going to show up looking marginally improved or the exact same.
Yeah,
I agree. Like a year, if you want to look like a pro, like you have to start acting like a pro as soon as you decide to start competing. If that's what you decide to do, like the pros look like the way that they do. I mean, yes, some of them are genetically gifted, but the majority of them work extremely hard year round. And then you have some where it's both genetically gifted and they work extremely hard year round. And then that's where you get the superstars,
Yeah. But I think it's because it's just so glamorized and social media and YouTube. And
what do you mean?
Like with the fitness influencers.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like some people
what they do with their 5,000 calorie, 6,000, 10,000 calorie challenges and mukbangs and they're still shredded year round.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens.
It gives a false perception, obviously, but
yeah, I feel like some people get into competing for the wrong reasons. Like some people compete for Instagram, I feel like, just to post. And then they also want to say they want to turn pro. But then you get the ones that usually never post and they're working year round and then show up on stage and just shock people. Those are the people that really, really want it, because they're not doing it for Instagram, they're doing it for themselves,
What do y'all do if you feel like I definitely have an athlete that I've had this talk with, and I want to get your guys' insight on it, but hopefully he listens to this. I don't care if he does. It'd be great because I've told him to his face, but it is mostly about Instagram. And this is a guy that's been very consistent with his dues every time his payment comes up. And I was like, finally I had to get him on the phone. I was like, why are you paying me? Why? Like, you're not following the plan. You're not checking in on time or at all. Very late check-in, sporadic, never on the same day. And I found myself as like, I'm not really reaching out and checking in on him as much, but maybe I should do a better job of he's young, holding their hand, but I'm also focusing on my athletes that are closer to their shows. It's just like, how do you juggle that kind of situation when you know that this kid might just be one to feel like a part of something? I know with our team Unchained, it kind of gives that team family aspect. Maybe guys are missing. I don't know, that maybe it's just being a mentor and spending that extra time. It's just I'm having a struggle with balancing that. Like, I don't want to cut them off the team, and this is kind of what we have to do. But I can't continue holding his hand and reel them back in when there's literally been months and months of stagnant, no progress.
Yeah, that's tough, dude. I've been in a similar situation like that before, and I mean, I've kind of a good job on you that you got on the phone with him to have like a real talk with him.
Yeah, because I know a typical. I mean, I'm not saying typical coach, but a lot of coaches would just take that money and like, no check-in, awesome.
Yeah, a lot of coaches, or they would just won't care, or they'll drop him from the team or something like that.
Yeah,
but you just kind of really have to talk to them and ask them like, why are you doing this? Like, where's your why? Like, reassess your goal. Like, are you doing this? Do you want to be straight up with him? Like, do you want to be part of a team? Or do you want to win some shows? Like, what's your why? And then find that out. And then you kind of decide to go from there. Because if you want to be part of the team, then it's completely different than if you're looking to go pro. If you're looking to turn your physique to the next level, if that makes sense. And then you basically give him back what he gives you back. If he misses check-ins, then you can't do much if he's missing check-ins. You can't do much if he's not following the plan, because the initial plan is nothing special. The true magic of coaching is when you're in constant communication with the athlete and you're making adjustments along the way. It's not the initial plan. You can pull off of YouTube, or you can pull a cycle off on Google. But if a client is not checking in, not doing the biofeedback, not doing the things that they need to do, then it's very hard for a coach to make the right calls as you go along the way. Yeah. If you can't even follow the initial plan, or if you can't follow the plan for 1 week, then why make any changes?
Exactly. And that's all that happens, is like, I can't make any changes week to week. Like, I know it's just like guilt. Like, you just don't feel like you're putting in nearly enough work that you're getting paid. They're paying you for that service, but at the end of the day, they're not doing their job on their end.
I know exactly what you mean, because I feel the same way. It's like, I feel bad for taking your money because you're not doing the work. Why are you paying me for?
Yeah.
Because you're not getting anything out of this. You're not getting anything out of this.
I think I work with a little bit more volume than you guys. Just because I work with 120 people, right?
You do. I'll go ahead and say it. You definitely do.
Yeah.
I don't think I even want to get to that volume, to be honest with you.
I'm literally talking to them all day long. And the thing is, I might fire literally one client every week. Because why? They see the girls that I coach, right? It's like, oh wow, I want to look like that. I want to get tagged on this girl's, stories on Instagram because they have 300,000 followers. Oh, well, because this girl is sponsored by Bang. I don't even repost them on my stories because I don't want people to come at me because I'm coaching the Bang girl, right? Like, I have 13 of them. I don't do that. But when they come to me because they want to be part of the team, it's like, you need to do this for yourself. I understand that, we've created a community where you feel like you belong. But if you don't put in the work to be part of it, you're just someone who is hanging by the sideline. So you either have an option. You either, follow what we do, or you're out. So what I do, and this is with almost everyone, I have them do daily accountability check-ins, right? If they don't send that to me, they're out. Because when we're coaching someone, we're not doing it for the money, right? At least I know this from both of you. We do this because we truly want to help this person get to their highest potential, right? But if they're not willing to put in the work, I cannot waste my energy on you. That's the bottom line. I don't have time to waste my energy on something that is like going back to the point, something that's not going to get back to me. I'm not getting the satisfaction of helping you get to your point, to where you want to go. So, daily accountability check-in. It's like, why do you want to be part of this team, of this group? Well, because the people are cool. It's like, okay, imagine that they're not cool. Imagine that they're nobody. Imagine that it's you and me. Tell me why do you want to be part of it? It's like, well, they don't know their why. They just want to follow the crowd, right? So they need to. I'm glad you got on the phone with this kid because he needs a wake-up call to understand what his why is. That is one of the most important things that someone needs to know. Like, why the fuck am I doing this? Why am I wasting my money paying Tom? Well, because he's the national champion. So, you need to do this for yourself, not for Tom. So I hope Kid listens to this because you literally need to choose yourself every day. That's what you do.
Yeah. But he's a good kid. He's just young. He's definitely into the social media space and collaborating, flying wherever he can go to, shoot with his buddies. But he is, for the life of me, man, I can't get him to follow the plan for a single week. So I'm gonna have to.
I think this. I mean, I'm a newer coach. I think I've only been coaching for like almost 3 years. I think it's about to be. And in the beginning, I used to get really upset, when a client didn't really follow anything. But I'm beginning to learn to just go with the flow, if that makes sense. Like, okay, you didn't check in. That's fine. That's on you. I provided you with this. You don't follow it, then I can't really do much. Follow it next week. Let's see what happens, and we'll make adjustments.
That way, you're not necessarily giving up on them.
Yeah.
You got to be very direct. I think it comes to a point, though, if they're just, they're not going to continue to get better. They're not going to have any behavioral changes, then it probably is best that you do split ways. But I've had clients that have done that and come back. And that had a completely different mindset. And I'm always open-minded. Like, I'll give people a second chance.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just takes like losing it to really value it. Also, with the thing, like, it's great that you have a team or community and want to be part of something, but ultimately it's you, and it's all on you with what you present on stage. Bodybuilding is an individual sport, so
isn't it great though once you do get that one client or one athlete that is
it makes up for all the other headaches.
Where it's like, because right now I have 2 clients, like 2 girls that are in prep. No, actually I have 3 clients that are in prep, and they're just rocking it like each week. Like, they're just making insane amount of progress. And one of them is like a newer
above and beyond for.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what, like, it makes me, like, it reminds me why I love coaching, because they're seeing like one of them is a newer competitor, like completely natural. She's never competed before. She's never posed before. She didn't even train like for bikini. She literally just reached out to me thinking about doing a bikini competition. And I told her straight up, like, listen, we're not going to go into a prep because you're like nowhere near ready. And then there's a lot to learn when it comes to the posing, suit selection, getting your body ready for, for bikini. But let's go ahead and, I'm not going to charge you for prep prices, but we're going to treat this as a prep. Like, there's going to be lifestyle prices, but I'll treat it as a prep. We'll see how you respond.
I do the same thing. It's a long-term commitment, and that person needs it.
And if you're responding really well and you're kind of like within striking range, 6 weeks out, then we'll choose a show. She was, since the beginning, like, literally we didn't make much changes in the beginning because, like I said, she's never had a coach before. She's never followed like a strict plan before. The 6 weeks, it was literally just getting her to like walk the walk, like eat your 5 meals, go to bed at the same time, sleep well, train hard. She'll come up here. I train her in person so she knows how to train for bikini. Because
that's so important.
I call it bikini building because there's a certain way that you have to train to build those round muscle bellies in those areas. It's not just about moving it's not just about moving heavy weight without no intent, if that makes sense. It's like how you move the weight and like super hard contractions. Like I have like a whole training style for bikini. But anyway, she came up here a couple of times. She's been doing in-person posing. So she's taking it very seriously. She checks up on me, or she sends me check-ins twice a week. If I ask her questions, she replies like right away. When she does her check-ins, they're thorough. They're not like, what's your, like for example, energy levels, like 1 through 10, and then I kind of go in depth about it. Don't just put like 8 out of 10 or digestion. Like, it's okay. It's like, she'll let me know, like, how your stress levels this week. She'll let me know. So, she also relays back pertinent information that makes it really easy for me as a coach to, okay, we need to pull back now, or we need to push hard, or we need to do this. We got to make some changes.
It makes the biggest difference when they treat their check-ins like a homework assignment. It's going to be graded.
Yeah.
Put that much effort into it. You know exactly what you're seeing week to week. All the boxes are checked.
Yeah. So I get excited as a coach. Like, I look forward to check-ins. Like, when it's like, when I have like the people, when I know somebody's going to, have certain check-in dates for certain people, when those check-in dates come, I'm like, I know this is going to be a good one because so-and-so is checking in and she's X weeks out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it feels good to have, those people who are just so committed to the program. It's rewarding, man. Like, knowing that they're just there to just fucking push. It's awesome.
Yeah. For sure. Makes all the difference.
And
it's about to start. So we're all about to get really, really busy. Well, I know you work with primarily lifestyle, but you still have some competition prep, David, right?
Yeah. I'm working. I have most of my clients are lifestyle. and I'm working with what 3 pro girls, and there are some pro open guys that they're not working with a coach. I am not coaching them, but I'll say, hey, I'll give them my 2 cents. And I'm helping people, but I just don't promote that I'm coaching competitors.
Yeah.
Just if someone comes to me, it's like, who is men's physique guy? My answer. I truly enjoy just helping Mary Jo lose 30 pounds. I love that.
Yeah.
I love bodybuilding, and I stepped away from coaching full time, like competitors, just because I didn't want to lose my love for bodybuilding. So I just went.
What was the main, like, you don't mind me asking, what was the biggest like negative part of it? Was it kind of, is it something I'm seeing right now? Is like, I feel like there's a bunch of cliques that are developing within the coaching and athlete. So there's always been athletes, but I'm seeing that with the coaches, the big names, and I don't know. It just seems like a bunch of.
It was honestly, so when I was doing full time, dude, I was working with 40 competitors at a time, which is, 40 competitors all getting ready for shows. It's a shit ton of people. I had no life, right? And the amount of negativity that came with that was just insane. Ex coach is talking, texting your athlete, telling him, hey, I can do better. You know what? I'm going to charge you less. Oh, I don't think you should do this. I don't think you should do that. And then that same coach,
shit is real. Yeah. That happens a lot.
I get messages.
It sucks.
And then that same coach that is literally talking shit about you is going to message you and say, hey, man, your girl's looking good. It's like, fuck off, bro. Come on.
Damn.
And you know me, I shoot it straight. Like I don't bullshit around. If you the reason why I have so many friends and the bodybuilding world is just because they talk shit and I told them stop talking shit. You gotta be honest and you gotta be real. And I just wanted to keep loving bodybuilding. I didn't want to look at it as this negative thing that people talk about. I wanted to look at it as literally the sport that saved my life, because it did.
Yeah.
So,
and I just wanted to clarify, like from earlier, when I said about clicks, it's just something that I've just been seeing, and it's great that we have that community with other coaches that want to repost and stay within their tribe of coaches that they really recommend and refer. And I've been fortunate enough to work under the banner of Unchained Physiques, with Mike and myself. I've been able to fall back on that, like, hey, the evidence. Not only I competed, but I've been coaching since I started really competing from 2017 and built my way up working with one of the best men's physique coaches in the league. Yeah. Statistics speak for itself. You might not be top Olympia tier, but you look year after year record and the medal counts and how many athletes he's turned pro, and that shouldn't be like the only thing that you look at with a coach. But we've definitely experienced that and felt that to an extent. I know I have personally, and it's just it is funny to see that, because bodybuilding at the end of the day, it is a very niche, small community. You're going to run into the same people, and it's just funny when you hear things and you see those people at these shows, and to their face, it's a completely different story.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys experience that from.
I've kind of experienced some of the poaching,
especially being a coach. If you're working by yourself, I know you probably.
Yeah, I've had to start from scratch, man. It was just me and Rachel.
It's tough.
In the beginning, it's people didn't really believe in us or believe in us as a coach, and then her as an athlete. And then it kind of just fueled my fire. Okay, people don't believe in me, or they think I can't make her look a certain way or make her bikini. Because when she first started, she was way too muscular for the division. She was very top heavy. She had no glutes. She had overpowering quads. So we'd had to like really revamp her training and make her fit into the bikini division. Like what you guys see now, like when she looks like, oh my God, she looks bikini. It has taken two and a half years of smart training, keeping her healthy, only competing once a year, taking long off seasons, and really just focusing on those body parts. But if you would have seen Rachel like 3 years ago,
I saw the pictures that you posted the other day. I couldn't believe that she was like figure. She was that's working towards at that time.
You would have never
her
thought.
structure completely shifted and changed. Her body's morphed.
Yeah. You would have never thought she's bikini,
No.
But we decided to bikini, stick with it, and then we've kind of evolved with the division because I've actually shrunk her down, and then now like the division is changing. So now she needs more muscle. So we kind of had to start from scratch. And yeah, in the beginning it was tough, but now I feel like I've kind of proved that I'm a pretty good, okay bikini coach, I guess.
Yeah, you have that validation now for sure.
Yeah, but I did have some experience with like the climb coach and stuff when I was working with a men's classic physique pro competitor. But I kind of want to get my coaching to get to the point where I don't care. Like you can go ahead and try to push my client, and if they leave, we're not a good fit. Like that person is not loyal to me.
Yeah.
And I want to get to the point where if you go to somebody else, like you're gonna see how much value I bring to the table. If that makes sense. Like they're gonna be like, shit, like this guy doesn't do this guy. Yeah, like wait, this guy's not as attentive as my old coach. This guy's not asking for blood work. This guy's trying to make me take this much, X, Y, and Z, this much cardio, not really caring about this and that. So then it's like I want to get to that level where it's like you can try to push my clients, but they're not going to leave. And if they do leave, they're going to be like shit.
Was even like with what Dom is experiencing currently working with Nick Walker, like that blew up, and everybody's like, "Who's Dom?
Yeah,
what has he done?"
I never actually
met Dom. He has no pros. So I was like shitting on me because I'm not an open bodybuilder, but Dom has a ton of pros.
Yeah, I mean, I checked out his Instagram because I never really heard of like you said, like I never heard of him. I don't anything. The only time I actually saw him in person when I think he had somebody competing against one of my clients at the Linda Murray, and he ended up beating him. But that guy was fucking like peeled to the bone.
Matty,
yeah. Was it Matt? Oh no. Okay, I'm thinking about somebody else.
Matty Nelms, and there was another. Okay. He had another one there, Zenyar.
Oh yeah. Okay. No. So my client beat his client, but then 2 weeks later, his client ended up beating my client.
Yeah, Matty.
Yeah. He came back way better. Yeah.
But he's just been like one of those underground coaches. He's had a lot of success working with his clients. He's a full-time, works in a clinical field. So he's all about checking health markers, making sure, staying on top of his clients about getting blood work. And I think it's like the perfect fit for the stigma that's been following Nick around. Everybody's saying that he's going to be the next Dallas McCarver, and he just doesn't look healthy. And, it's just not that healthy to put on that much mass so fast. And I think that's just a testament to him that, maybe it was a quick decision, but it was a no-brainer when he actually had that sit down and talk with Dom. And it was actually from what I heard, it was a couple of Nick's friends that have worked with Dom from Jersey, and Dom living in New York. They got connected. They had a couple interactions face-to-face at shows and passing. And I think it's going to be a crazy dynamic.
I'm actually excited. I'm excited to see that magic.
Yeah.
A while back, with Tom, when you and I, we talked, we talked about Dom a little, and I've actually never talked to him, but I've known Dave Palumbo since I moved to the country because I've been learning from him ever since. And Don has always been a person that's been in Dave's mouth in a really positive way. And, people can talk about Dave Palumbo all they say, but the man knows what he does. And, he put really, really, really positive words, into Don's character. And I've been following him since, just because I'm very health oriented. And I think that's what he's all about. And I think that's just simply amazing.
Yeah, because his picture's still on the main website. He's an all-black species athlete.
Yeah, he worries about the longevity of the athlete. And and just based on that just he just cares, you know. And I think that speaks very highly of a coach.
Oh, for sure. All of his clients speak highly of him. You look at the stories and posts and how they go to bat for him in the comments. Dom doesn't have to. You look at his following, he can give two shits. He don't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about the notoriety. He doesn't care about the drama, you know, the hype. But yeah, when Nick shared that story, man, I was like ready. I'm reposting right away.
Let's go. Yeah.
I had to like keep it quiet for over a week and like dying. But no, it was so crazy. You see him post it and then Dom reposted. I was like, that's official. But
I don't think anyone has been so intrigued to see who a pro bodybuilder was going to work with over the past 5 years.
no,
dude, like the
it's
whole
been all over YouTube. It's been the talk of the industry.
Yeah. The whole internet has been wondering who is Nick Walker we're going to work with. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. Like where do y'all think it's going to really, how it's going to go down this year? Looking at where he's sitting right now. Now he has a new coach. And he's just all guns for the Olympia this year.
It's going to be interesting, man, because, I mean, you know, Nick Walker himself, he's a machine. Like, that guy's, like, on top of it year round.
I was motivated ever since I found out. Like, I haven't missed a beat with my off season. I kind of fell off the wagon there after I had to do, like, a deload and clean out, health phase. You know how it is. Right after the show. But, yeah, ever since I found that out and, like, no, my coach is working with an elite competitor like that, like Nick, just like,
I mean, are you asking, like, how do you think it's gonna like play out this year for the Olympia?
Yeah,
I mean, I think you know, Nick Walker's definitely top 10. I mean, he made it top 5 this year, and now it all really depends on how much he improves and the lineup, I guess, because there's a lot of up and coming guys, and then there's like, have you seen? Like, I'm thinking, what's his name? Brandon Curry looks insane for the Arnold.
Best he's ever looked.
He looks super round, clean lines. Like, he'll be very hard to beat. Big Rami is going to be very hard to beat, too. Who else you got?
You got
oh man, what's Matt
back?
Jensen's? What's the other? What's his name? I forget his name. Matt, the guy that Matt Jensen's working with right now. Well, I mean, they've been working for a while now.
Yeah, Brett Wilkins.
Brett's looking insane.
Insane, man. I think he's going to be a dark horse this year because he's just growing at such an exponential rate.
The difference between him and Nick Walker is like Nick Walker's massive, but then the other guy, Brett, has super clean lines. He's so aesthetic.
Yeah.
So if he gets even bigger, full with his clean lines, he'll be hard to beat too. You know.
I know, it's just one of those things you got to see him.
Yeah. The open class is the only one that I follow. Like I know all the stats. Like I know everyone that's doing all the shows. And if Big Ramy shows up like he did last year, and Brandon keeps improving, Brandon will take he will take the title back. But now, you know, we've seen that Ramy did not take time off like he used to. You know, they got, you know, right to work. So it's gonna be challenging. I honestly, I think there is a big jump from 1 and 2 to 3, 4, and 5. That's it. You know, 3, 4th, 3rd, 4th, and 5th are going to be, you know, they can be anywhere, you know, from, you know, Hunter to Nick to Brad. I mean, Ian could jump in there. It's just. You have so many options, but I think Nick could be as high as 3rd at the Olympia. I just don't see him beating Ramy or Brandon just yet. Will he? Yeah. I think he could. I think he has the body. I think he has the drive and everything to be Mr. Olympia, without a doubt.
Yeah, I think Brendan's looking. I think Brendan will be the one to watch out for the most. I think because last year. It
was close. It was very close last year. Like if Ramy didn't come back better.
Yeah. Wait, but also Ramy has been having. He basically started prep like an 8-month prep or something. And then announced that they're literally like he he's been prepping pretty much since the Olympia ended for the next Olympia. So that'll be interesting too.
Yeah,
They
it's
might
like
deliver,
the first time he's ever done that.
They might deliver some like next level size and conditioning and fullness and just, you know. So, but I definitely think Nick Walker, Brent, like I think they'll be in the top 5. But we'll really know after the Arnold, I guess. See how Brent does.
Yeah, because we also got the guys like Samson Dowda.
Yeah, dude, insane.
Other dark horses. I hate that Rafael Brandau's out of it. Regan's looking his best ever, but he got sick. From what I heard, he had like a little lull in his prep, so I don't think he's bringing his best to the show. But we'll see.
Regan I feel like Regan is one of those where he looks really good.
He has to peak perfectly.
Yeah, I feel like he's hard to peak. Like he looks really good and very impressive on Instagram, but then come show day when he's right next to another bodybuilder that's bigger than him, then he kind of gets either dwarfed or he just doesn't have that same pop.
He's like definitely better since he's been working with Milos.
But he's way better with Milos. Yeah.
I just think he's just not thick enough yet. He has the size, the structure. Dude, have you ever seen him in person? He is a big dude. Like
yeah.
You know, I remember I saw him. I think it was Arnold. It was one of the like 2018, 2017, like Arnold or something. And I just remember his freaking calves. I was like, his calves are freaking huge, and he's tall too. He's tall and wide. Yeah, he's fucking like his clavicles must be like twice the size of mine because it was like I remember he was like a refrigerator tall and the calves was freaking massive.
He's a big dude. Someone that I just really hope brings it is James. James Hollinshead is just like he is just a fucking monster, and I think if they nail it like they did for the Spain show 2 years ago, he could be a top 6 guy easily.
Yeah, he just shit the bed so bad with his peak.
Yeah.
He just missed it, but he had a lot going on. He's in a completely different environment. They hit a lot of obstacles there towards the end. I mean, I know shit happens, but
yeah, I feel like he had to do. I can't
disappointing.
Remember what he said. I think he had to do a lot of traveling or something like that.
Yeah, that definitely had an impact.
And I'm sure that was like his first Olympia. You know, if nerves get in the way, like
nerves, I'm telling you, nerves will make you look like you're 4 weeks out like that.
Yeah,
I know the feeling.
Cortisol spike, you're done.
Yeah. I honestly don't think that Nick Walker will be out of the top 5.
No, I don't. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think he will. Like, I think he can win the Olympia.
He's 300 pounds now with abs. He was 245 heaviest on stage last year.
What do you guys think Nick Walker needs to go to that next level to like be in that top 2?
Quads.
Yep, quads.
Because his upper body is just so massive.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't think he has the best insertions for his quad sweep. Like they don't come all the way up to the hip, but his legs just look so freaky. You know, I just have to have a little bit more width density, to match his upper body, just because his upper body is so monstrous. Like like from the side, and his hamstrings are just nutty. His glutes.
Yeah, especially if you put him next to Big Ramy, like he'll dwarf anybody with quads. Yeah, I'll say quads. And
his biggest. I mean, I'm gonna say flaw, which is not a flaw. It's used. You know, his quad sweep doesn't start from the hip, like Ramy's. Like they use literally insane quads, and that's where he will. Frontal bicep. He might lose that shot, and. I mean, I think to break that top 2, man, it's honestly a matter of just those insane genetics. I mean, you haven't had someone in the top 2 in the past 5 years who were just not absolutely blessed, with insertions and muscle bellies and just like a pretty structure, So I think Nick needs to be really freaky looking to break into the top 2.
Yeah.
Freakier.
Yeah, freakier. That's
even more freaky. So
the only thing that's freaky, that's not the prettiest, will be Ramy, because he's friggin', but he still has pretty small waistline. The previous.
That's all he has going for him, because his quad separation his lines are fading in his legs, all the synthol.
like Sean Roden looked
allegedly.
amazing. Oh yeah, but yeah, like you said, like the I mean, Phil Heath was won it like 7 times. Very pretty lines, very aesthetic, very round and bubbly. And then Sean Roden was round and bubbly. He wasn't the biggest, but like you looked at him and it was like that's like like everything just fit well together. Super clean lines, really awesome presentation. And then Brendan was the same. Brendan, I mean, super clean lines, very bubbly, very round, very full when you want it. So now it'll be a good Olympia for sure. It'll be a good Arnold, and then it'll be a good Olympia.
Brandon's my favorite look. He's just the most complete.
Yeah. Everything. I feel like all the divisions across, because even classic physique, I think they have what's his name, Breon, and then Ruff. So it's like going to be a mini Olympia, and then even the bikini division is going to be crazy because they have. I mean, you guys don't know, but like they have like Laura Lee and then Maureen, and they have Issa. So it's literally like this year's Arnold's is like a little mini Olympia.
Very different looks. And
I'm not sure about men's physique. I don't know. Do they have men's physiques for the Arnold?
Yeah.
They do? Oh, okay.
Who's like the top? Yeah, they have it this year.
Do you know who the top 3 guys are competing?
We have a dark horse in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Emmanuel. So he placed like top 4 in 2 pro shows last year, but was so far off from hitting his conditioning, but just had a great look. I forget the coach he was working with before. I don't think it was anything like issue with maybe I don't know what happened there, but Mike's definitely been able to dial him in.
Who's the one to watch out for that Arnold?
Yeah. His updates look sick.
Damn, that's always exciting. I bet Mike
hard, full, vascular.
Does Mike coach him?
Mm-hmm.
I bet he can't fucking sleep either, especially getting ready for the Arnold. Like when you're like 1 week out, when you have somebody 1 week out, 2 weeks out, you're like you can't freaking sleep just because you just want to see what they look like the next day and then just keep.
Are y'all gonna go
to the Arnold?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going.
I'm actually driving to West Palm Beach. I have to take my dogs to training camp for more protection work. So
nice.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going. That might be like my last little hoorah vacation because I don't have any competitors competing in it, and it's the first time they're having an expo in like 2 years since everything's shut down. So I might catch a flight in the Airbnb last minute.
It's in Columbus, Ohio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've driven there twice. I mean,
it's really not a bad drive.
No, it's not a bad drive at all.
7 hours.
Yeah, let's. Damn, you make me want to go now.
All right.
Maybe think about it. We could split the Airbnb.
Hey,
too late.
We'll talk about it. After the podcast.
Once we get off this podcast, we're gonna talk about it because now I might need to move my time to drive down to West. Yeah, we'll see. Dude, let's do some like 5 questions before we go because we've been talking for a whole hour and we haven't answered any questions.
Yeah.
You want me to go with mine or you want to do the ones that you guys got?
I had a good one. Real quick, and I screenshot it, so I'm just gonna disappear for a second.
Okay.
All right. This is by Jay Yuntz. Shout out to Jay Yuntz. Do you perform a top set, back off set for every exercise in the session, or is it extra volume added? I like training questions like this. I know they kind of.
Oh, okay.
Not everybody's cup of tea.
I like training questions
very specific.
I love.
Say that again.
So, do you like training with back off sets in every exercise, or do you just prefer doing more volume overall?
So the way that, do you want me to go first or you want to go first, David?
You go first.
The way that I do it, the way that I structure training, I usually only do a back off set for like 2 main compound movements, 1 or 2, and then that's it. So I'll do a top set, and then it also depends on like like if you're not eating a lot of food, if you're dieting, it might just be like 1 top set. If you're eating a shit ton of food, then we might increase volume. But I like to, like let's say like for a leg day, for example, like you're doing a squat, that's the heaviest movement. I'll do 1 top set and then 1 back off set. But then not for the rest of my exercises. That makes sense.
Yeah. Like, and I've trained with you, and I like that setup. Your style.
I don't like going crazy high in volume unless it's like a small body part, like
same here,
biceps or shoulders. That's about it. But or triceps too. But I find that I kind of do like Dorian Yates style type. It's literally just 1 really hard set And then depending on the rest of your nutrition and how you're feeling, then we might do like either a double drop set, triple drop set, or a back off set.
Got you. So what I do, very similar to what you were talking about, with doing leading up to one big top set, right? So I do like what we call like acclimation sets. Like sometimes I'll put on like a plate on each side and just hit it for 4 reps just to feel the weight, but not exert myself to take off from my maximal effort set. So I do a top set, especially with compound movements. Typically I will always do a back off. I'm a creature of habit. I feel like completely exhausting the muscle as much as possible. Even when I'm weeks out from the show, I'm still doing like back off sets unless I'm like the last week.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to break down that much.
Yeah.
I've that's always been what's worked best for me, but I don't do that with exercises like when I'm working delts, for instance.
No.
It's a smaller muscle, and arms too. I have to have a lot of volume worked in with those. I've done like 25, 30 rep sets.
Oh yeah, I mean, I worked out with you guys on the shoulders. That shit was crazy.
Like
I never felt. I literally woke up the next day and it felt like I got shot. My whole literally, I woke up and I was like, I have never felt my shoulders and my traps and like everything hurt this bad.
Dude, if I'm not like struggling to reach for a door handle, I didn't train shoulders right.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And my shoulders don't get sore unless I do that type of training. Like I can do overhead press like crazy, back off, triple drop sets. I'm not going to get that same kind of soreness the next day unless I'm doing like volumizing, a lot of volume.
That day we were doing like giant sets. I never really, I used to do super sets and maybe a tricep, but I never done a giant set for shoulders. And it just kind of clicked like, why not? So I've literally been training that style since that day that I worked out with you guys. And my shoulders and my arms are like finally responding.
There you go.
Yeah, but like you say, like I usually, it also depends how hard you go. Like if I do a hat squat or usually I don't go to absolute failure when I do a squat, but if I'm doing a leg press, a hat squat, something that's on a machine, if I give it 100%, like I'm absolutely like dead, like, like balls to the wall that one set to failure for like a moderately heavy weight, I won't do a back off set. Like that's it. You know what I mean? Like there's no need to. Like I've stimulated the muscle enough where I don't need to do another back off set.
Yeah, I feel there is a point to where you are going to experience diminishing returns if you continue just
driving away. If you go like 80, 90% for that top set, then maybe a back off set is needed.
Yeah. So I hope that answered your question.
Similar
Jay.
Approach. We all three have a similar approach. But one thing I do, it really all depends on the muscle that I'm training, because sometimes I just wouldn't do a full back off set. I will do like that last set will be an intensifier. So instead of backing off, I will do a 3-3-3 count, and that will be my back off set. But realistically, I'm taxing the muscle more than I was on my top set. Does that make sense? It will be for back, like a bent over row or a seated row. For shoulders, honestly, I agree. I think you just need tons of volume. Back of sets to me on shoulders means a gigantic drop set. Like you're running the ramp. If you want to grow your shoulders, you gotta make sure like they feel like they got shot. So with legs, I will do back off sets, but also intensifiers, and it will be in compound movements. I mean, I will do back off sets on hack squat, a leg press, and a squat only if I'm doing on the Smith machine. I'm a little bit more careful because of my knee, so that's why. But I
don't think I squatted in like a year, maybe. Like I haven't done a barbell squat in like a year.
I'm just gonna train like 7 months by now. Yeah. Well, I don't think you guys know this. I need double knee surgery.
Oh damn!
Yeah. Actually, we have a question here that let's get into it.
Okay.
This is one of those fake accounts. It says, "Will you share your diet?" They want to know what we eat. Andres, you want to go first?
Sure, man. My diet as of lately, to be honest with you, man, I haven't been fully locked in. I've kind of been going more free flow with everything.
Okay.
Right now, I'll tell you what I was. Do you want me to tell you what I'm doing right now, or what I was doing prior when I was like firing on more cylinders?
Let's hear your diet break. What does your diet break look like?
My diet break, I just kind of shoot for
Right
a
now.
calorie range and a certain amount of protein, and then I'll eat like Chipotle every night or Poke Bowl every night before bed.
Oh, that sounds great.
So that's literally what I'm doing right now.
Love that.
As long as I'm like, and then I try to avoid sweets. So because I have a very bad like addiction to sugar, I can stay pretty lean and look pretty decent and still perform pretty well if my cheat meals are like Chipotle or a Poke Bowl or like
Oh,
sushi.
I added sugar. I'm done.
Yeah, but if I start eating cookies or if I start eating a brownie, then I can't just eat one. Like I'll eat like the whole thing, and then my body composition just goes to shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's usually what I'm doing right now. If I want to get like really good shape, and then like actually like prep, like let's say like my prep, I haven't really prepped in a long time, but like look really good. I would do right now like a 7 to 14 day like keto diet, just kind of reset everything. No step, like just steps, 3 to 4 times training, and then after that, I'll basically go super low fats, high carbs, high protein. And that's it. And then my body just like looks crazy.
So right now, yes, I actually haven't spoken about this, in a while. I need double knee, so I have my ACL, MCL, and meniscus on my left knee completely destroyed, and on the right it's the same, but I also have my PCL. So I need a full reconstruction of my knee and both legs. So, for that reason, right now, this morning I woke up at what 5? I was 227 this morning. And dude,
How tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Oh shit, are you shorter than I am?
Yeah, I'm 5'5", and I have abs. Like I have a decent, body composition at this weight. But doctor said that for recovery, it's just not optimal for me to be this heavy when one knee is going to be, I'm gonna be, wearing crutches. Like it's gonna be in a fucking, cast. So I need to drop a good amount of weight to have a better recovery. But the thing is, like right now, my test is I'm doing 125 mgs per week. I'm eating. I'll actually tell you my whole diet right now. 35 grams of oats, 100 grams of blueberries, 8 ounces of turkey. Then I have another 4 meals that are 8 ounces of turkey and green beans. That's my whole diet. That's literally what I'm eating right now. I'm getting
That's
12. Yeah, that's literally all I'm eating. 12,000 steps. And today I actually bought me a bike. I'm gonna start biking because I need to drop. I don't need to drop just weight. I need to drop overall mass.
You just burn muscle.
Yeah, and people, Tom, once they listen to this, they're gonna say, "Oh my gosh, you're going to burn muscle." I'm not worried about losing fucking muscle. Like it's gonna come back at some point.
Yeah.
But if I want to get back on a stage, and be healthy and be able to train legs without feeling like I won't be able to walk anymore, I just need to get healthy first. That's why I haven't I don't think I'm gonna compete for another 2.5 years because I need to break my body down and I'll probably get down to 180, 185. It's gonna be really fucking hard, and then just build back up. So that's literally my diet. And dude, I cannot lose a pound. Like my body will not. Like I'm getting leaner, but I'm still 227, 220. Like the lowest I'll hit is 222, and that's if I get like 18,000 steps a day and do some cardio.
Damn. So you only eat twice? I would die, to be honest with you, man, because I can't. I have an insane appetite. Like year round, I eat a lot of food. Like
I do too. That's tough.
For me, eating is like never a problem. So when somebody tells me like, "Oh, I can't eat," like I can eat to the point where I have food like coming like back up, and then it'll go right back down. If that makes sense. Like just because I'm always hungry. Yeah, that'll be tough.
Yeah, if I add an extra, let's say that I add an extra meal, I do 6 meals instead of 5, I will gain 2 pounds a day.
Just drop the test.
I mean, I dropped it from August to December.
No, I'm saying go zero test.
I was
like shit.
Yeah,
I did a little PCT. I feel good. My levels never dropped too low. Lowest it got was down to 150, which is not too bad. To be used, fully like off everything. And I got down to 217. 217.
Yeah, I'm freshly off, and I feel it.
Oh, you feel it? Yeah. I hate I haven't. Let me see. I don't know if I should go into what I'm taking.
Might as well now.
Yeah, I might as well talk about it right now. I mean, it's not bad. It's literally just 300 tests and 300 Matron, and then 25 mgs of Probiotic in the morning. And 2 I use a GH 5 times a week. That's
it. I dropped my GH because I was hitting about 232. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah,
dude, I would, as soon as you go into recovery state, just BPC 157, TB 500, just
oh yeah,
GH.
Yeah.
I have the
Wolverine mode.
Yeah, I have all that on deck here. I'm ready for it. But I just need to at least, dude, if I hit 200, that will be amazing. So I can have a quick recovery. And
I think your body's just maybe at that set point where it's just going to be very hard to break through. You just have to like keep depleting, and then eventually you'll go catabolic, lose muscle, and then you'll start dropping.
Yeah. How many calories do you think you're eating?
Right now, I don't know, 1,500.
Yeah, that's crazy. If I did 50, like I feel like my body's like so responsive. If I go on 1,500 calories, I will drop a shit ton of weight. But if I eat a lot of food, like it'll just shoot up.
1,500 for how long?
Yeah, I'll drop 10 pounds in a week.
I'm doing a refeed every 4 days. Like I'll do anywhere from 150 to 250 grams of carbs. So I'm doing a cycle approach. So my average weekly will put me somewhere around 2,200 to 2,300.
That's still pretty low, man, for 227.
Yeah, I know.
If I did that, I'll drop a shit ton of weight still.
So, funny thing, I was talking to Travis. Yeah, so you guys know Travis, right? Travis Robinson. He's a prep coach in South Carolina.
Maybe Terminator Travis.
Terminator.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Okay, that's Travis. So we were talking. 2 years ago, I was dieting down, not even for a show. We were just dieting down, and he was doing my diet. So I will write my diet, send it to him, and he'll say, "All right, do this." Like a good pair of eyes. I mean, he's a really good coach. He couldn't believe how my body will just hold the weight, dude. At 198, I will be doing an hour and 45 minutes of cardio a day. We will be doing 0 carbs for 2 weeks straight and then 1 refeed, and I will not drop under 195. It was impossible for me to drop. It's just the way my body works. I feel like I'm like Hassan. You know Hassan Mustafa?
He
couldn't get in shape.
Prep year round and couldn't land his conditioning.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Have you ever gotten some blood work done to check your TSH, T4, RT3, T3, all that stuff?
So from November to December, when I got off my PCT and I started doing tests, I was doing blood work every 15 days. I work with a local clinic here, so it was free, and everything is like numbers are perfect. It's just
you should. I mean, I don't know how in depth the clinic is, but I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been working with Matt Cusano, and he's really big on gut health and reading comprehensive labs. And I've just learned a ton within the last like 2 to 3 months. Like it's taking my coaching to the next level. And sometimes, I mean, I don't know what it looks like, but sometimes if normal, sometimes it may not be normal. Like you have to look at how everything aligns with each other. Like your TSH could look normal, but then your RT3 could be off, or the TSH could be underproducing or overproducing. A lot of T4 could be converted into RT3, like things like that. So it might be something to look into.
Yeah, Matt is there actually. I just talked to him today. He is a super smart guy. It's great. And I've known for since what 2015. That's when we first met. So he's just he's became a better
dude. He knows a lot. Like, he knows a lot when it comes to like gut health.
I had one more question.
Okay, let's hit it.
1 second. So for like new competitors, so this one was sent from Sir Xavier 30. Any advice for young competitors thinking about using gear under a coach supervision?
First thing
Somebody
I
who's
would
never
say,
used gear before come to you.
Huh?
Someone who's never used gear before and they come to you asking about it.
First of all, I will ask. First of all, I have to assess what their age is. Like they're like 18 years old. I probably say like absolutely not. They're like 21 and over. Then I look into training history, nutrition history, try to maximize their fullest natural potential. Also getting some lab work done to see their testosterone levels, because you could be 18 years old, but it doesn't mean you have the testosterone levels of an 18-year-old.
Dang, I just realized I called this dude's Instagram account out, and he may have wanted to be.
We can bleep that out.
Sorry.
I'll cut that out.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, look into those things. Like if you're 18 years old or whatever, let's say you're 21, 22, 23, you've already been training for 3+ years, 4+ years. Like you feel like you max your natural potential and you look at blood work and it's not optimized, then I'd be like, okay, let's go ahead and pull the hammer. But for me, pulling the hammer does not mean, going 500 tests, 500 mash on 5 and trend, like all these things. I would probably just put them on TRT first, just TRT. TRT. I mean, if you have the testosterone levels of 400 nanograms per deciliter, I'll put you on TRT. You're gonna be at 1200. You're gonna milk that for 6 months. You're gonna see a lot of growth, and then we can start adding in different compounds that are not as toxic, like some GH, some Mastron, stuff like that, and then milk as much growth as possible. If that makes sense. That's that's the route that I would go. That's because when I first started doing that stuff, I did not go that route. It was like literally like I was trying to do a bodybuilder cycle when I did not look like a bodybuilder. That makes sense. I was trying to make myself into a bodybuilder through enhancements when I should have done as much as I could naturally and then take as least as I could while keeping toxicity low, keeping all the health markers in check.
I'll tell you what I do.
Go ahead, Tom.
So when someone comes to me to say that's our consultation, and that's one of the first things they bring up, I go about it the same exact way, Andres. I try to know what their reasoning is behind that, how long they've been training, want to know more history about them, also considering their age. And let's say they're at that level and, I feel that they're mature enough to do it. Mm-hmm. I still want to learn that individual's body with just diet, training, and food, getting blood work, assessing that during, go ahead and get started working with them. Because there's always food is going to be the most anabolic component of everything. That's the most important part. So getting somebody on a good diet plan, training, make sure training is optimized. They're sending in videos. You see their form breakdown, their understanding of their program, all the exercises they're familiar with, they know how to execute. I like taking someone through an entire prep, maybe not the step on stage, but at least get them, see where they can get that lean, get competition ready naturally. And then when they're in that depleted state, that's when you start the cycle.
Yeah.
And reversing out of that, taking advantage of that rebound phase, their insulin sensitivity, and by that point that they can execute. They're on point with everything. They're as lean and they've reached the limits that they can go as far as they can go.
Yeah.
I always advise people at least train for 5 to 7 years consistently, reaching your genetic max before starting anything. But I think that's the most ideal route to take with it.
Yeah, I completely agree. And then start off with like TRT, man, like because people don't.
Yeah, you don't have to blast them with everything.
People don't understand how much gains you can make if you go from being hypogonadal or even like not optimized while you're training, and then you optimize those hormones. You make insane progress, and then you stay healthy too, because you're not taxing your liver, you're not taxing your kidneys, you're not taxing your cardiovascular health. Don't use an AI either. Just test.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking tell me about it. I'm doing 150 makes a week and I can't lose weight. I'm just gaining.
Yeah, exactly. There you
go. Honestly, when it comes to that, if someone, because this has happened to me and it has happened to you guys, when a new kid comes to you and they say, "Hey man, I'm thinking about doing steroids," it's not like they're asking you for your permission. They have already made that decision that they want to use steroids. And that's the first thing that you have to assess. It's like, why do you want to do this? So, like you guys said, just guiding this kid in the right decision. Because if you say yes or no, they will go to somebody else to make sure that they get someone's approval to make sure that they kind of start doing tren. And because they want on a forum, they want to do 400 milligrams of tren a week because that's what their buddy does, and 1,000 milligrams a test, and that's just fucking wrong. You don't do that because you're going to destroy your life. You're going to destroy your body. And it's just, can this person, can this kid go through a whole prep, like Tom said, naturally? Are you willing to suffer through the process naturally or not? Because if you say that you want to do the first prep with the steroids, you're not ready to be a bodybuilder. You're not ready to, use, PEDs, because they're not going to make it stuff easier. They're going to make it harder. You have to work harder. That's how I look at it. So just putting someone through, 18 weeks of dieting, get them ready to be able to be more responsive to the drugs will be the approach that I will take. Which I think is pretty similar to what you said. I just fucking repeated what you said. God damn
it. Yeah, good job.
So, we're kind of on the same page with our idea behind that. But yeah,
I have a good question. If you got, or unless you want.
Yeah.
So drop it. Go.
So hold on. Shit. Hold on. I should have had it.
I think people ask you guys the smart questions, and they just ask me like, "Will you suck a dick for $1 million?" Stuff like that. So after you go first, man.
Is that one of the fake accounts you said?
No, this is a girl that follows me.
Well, go ahead. So mine was it's literally like, do you prefer coaching females or males, and why? I'll let you guys go first.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
So I love coaching women just because I don't think they get the attention that they deserve. That is my biggest reason why. Just because I connect with them so much. I'm able to empower them. Now, let's just go directly into bodybuilding and a lifestyle. I like to coach women in the bodybuilding world just because I want to keep them healthy. That is, I want them to get back on their normal period after prep. I want them to just feel okay, feel good after they go through a whole prep. That's why I love coaching women. Men, they can be tricky. Just because some dudes, they might give you 100%, and then some dudes, they just think they know too much and they don't want to listen to you. Something that women don't do. I mean, women get a little bit distracted with other things, but men, they will ask everyone for their opinion. You're coaching the kid, but he's going to ask 10 different friends, "Hey, this is what my coach has me doing. What do you think about it?" And that just comes, is the client coach relationship. That's the reason why I like coaching women over men. Just women listen better.
I can see that. With me, I don't know. With my personal experience, like, yeah, men's physique is my wheelhouse. That's what a majority of my clients, my athletes in that division. But I really have my certain female clients who are just die hard. They give 100%, and that keeps me motivated. And I have some guys that are just divas, and so it really is the individual. The sex really doesn't matter. It's how well they can really adhere and comply to a plan and their communication, their execution. I'm not the typical coach that's gonna hold your hand. That's not my style. Through the process, I'm not going to be a cheerleader. I'm going to give you reinforcement when I feel it's needed, but I'm going to do what I need to do that's necessary to push you and get the most out of you. And some people aren't as receptive to that, and maybe our personalities just don't mesh, just like with all coaches and athletes. So that's just been what's worked for me, and I don't really adjust that for my male or female clients. They know that they're going to get the same version of me when they are looking for me to coach them.
Doc, get out of there. That's my dog. Yeah, I agree with both of you guys. I feel like for me, the only reason I like coaching women better is because I feel like I don't want to say listen better, but I feel like they receive information from a male better than it was from a female. That makes sense. Like if I was coaching another male, I mean, I coach guys too, like, and it's very, very individual, but I feel like you get 50-50. You get like that one guy that's like, will follow everything 100% and will like listen to you. And and then you get some divas, like you said. Or I've also had some guys where they can't follow a plan worth a shit. Like they're even worse than, or complain more than a female, complain more than women. The majority, I would say like 80% of the girls that I coach, they all follow their shit. And then for guys, it's like 50-50. I have some that are literally like rock stars. And then some where like every week is something, it's like, oh, I cheated on the diet or I couldn't follow the plan. So that's the only reason that I like coaching women better. And then I feel like sometimes some guys feel like they have an ego or something like that. Like they, like David said,
yeah, sure.
They feel like
they're entitled to something.
Yeah, they feel like they know better, or they feel like they're gonna ask somebody else for their advice when they don't like.
Yeah, I think that is more prevalent with the males I work with.
Yeah, well, I've never had one like a prep, like a female in prep question my why. Like if I tell them like, okay, we're gonna do this because of this, they're not gonna be like, I mean, they'll ask why, and I'll explain it to them, and then they'll be like, oh, okay. They're not gonna be like, but why? What can we do this instead? Like I know my body, and I was like, if you know your body, then why don't you just prep yourself?
Yeah.
And I think it's important just to male or female, that there needs to be that respect, mutual respect, of course, but there should be like, they look to you as a coach, a mentor, and it's definitely questions are welcome, but it's how you go about asking those questions. And those questions don't have to be asked over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like guys are 50-50, and then women are usually like 80%, like they're good.
Yeah. Like I'm all open about explaining my reason behind everything. I'm not going to have them do anything that I haven't tried, experienced, like, or had experience with working with clients or tried myself. But I always take their health, longevity consideration. But I think I can't mentor and coach everybody to be a coach either.
Exactly.
So I have to make that very clear. It's like, this is why you're paying me, trusting me. So now we have every single week we'll hop on a call. It's really awesome what we're doing with Dom now. Where all of the coaches, myself, Brooks, Mike, Ray, Dom, will hop on a call every week and go over any kind of troubleshooting we're having with our clients. If there's any blood work that Dom needs to put an order in, our clients there, let's say within 6 weeks out from a show, it might be stagnant with process. That way we're able to put all our heads together, isolate the problem, figure out what's going on, eliminate the variables, and work towards that person's success. So that's been pretty cool. I've learned a lot from that alone just over the past couple of weeks since we started it.
Yeah,
that's gonna be crazy. Like you guys in a couple of years are gonna be I mean, you guys are already next level, but like in a couple of years, you're gonna be even more next level. Because once you have some collective minds that are good at each, like, you know, you might have one coach that's super good at programming.
Exactly. Everybody has their strengths. You guys have your strengths, and that's why I love like getting on here and chatting it up with you guys. And I'm always learning, so it's really cool because all our coaches have their own different things they bring to the table. Ray with her posing, being a leader for the women are drawn to her. Mike with his experience in men's physique and posing. Brooks with his training IQ, and Dom with his clinical background.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
So it's just awesome to pull all those things together and what we've been able to do.
Man.
So let's do a like gag entertaining question.
Oh shit! Okay.
Next, preferably.
Will you rather never wear underwear again or never wear socks again?
Damn. I think I have to go.
That's a deep question.
Balling, man.
Yeah. Actually, I just saw that Andres, your wife asked this. Now that I see that, I wasn't paying attention to the names.
Oh, really? I think I can go without socks. I can't go without underwear, man.
Oh, dude, I can't.
Dude, I'll do underwear. Like I wear socks all the time.
I need my socks.
No, man, I can't go like free balling it all the, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, it's easy. It's easier. I'm married. It's game on 24/7.
It's not even that, but imagine training though. Like, imagine when you're at the gym.
So I have a gym at home. I don't care. I train alone.
Oh, true. I could wear flip flops all day. I can go everywhere.
Can you wear compression?
No, that's
no.
That's underwear.
No. That's underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be.
Yeah, socks. I'll be fine without socks. That's easy, and I can wear shoes for like a limited amount of time without socks.
That's the thing, man. I'll be going my Vans like every week. I'd have to throw them out.
Yeah.
My feet sweat.
My feet stink. I need my socks, man. Oh, there's a good question, actually. How much money is enough money for you? A month. All right, hold on. How much money is enough for you a month?
Damn, I don't know.
I think it really depends on your living situation.
Yeah, it's like what you really value.
Yeah, because I mean, what's little for me might be a lot for you, and vice versa. You know?
Yeah.
It depends. What do I aspire to?
Have many overhead expenses and.
Yeah. Like bodybuilding is expensive.
But that's where all my money goes into.
Yeah, exactly. Like it all really depends. Yeah, as long as I have enough money where I have a roof over my head, I have clean clothes, I can train, like I'm healthy, and I can do like bodybuilding to like the fullest extent and do my coaching, and then have like a little bit of money, like, you know, like play money, then I'm good. I don't need like, you know, 20 grand a month or anything like that, or 10 grand a month, you know. But I do aspire to it. But like right now, like I'm good.
Yeah,
I'd say the same. If you want me to give like a number on it, though.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think numbers are needed.
Yeah, I mean we're currently in inflation.
Yeah.
Food's high. I eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
I eat a lot of freaking steak and salmon.
That's right, man. I invest a lot.
Well, let's make it easier. Let's make this question easier. Because it's asking you, like, how much money you need. Like, what do you think? I mean, this could be a political question too. You know, I like getting into this shit. Like, you know, when we all have different needs.
Like just based on necessary to survive, to thrive. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah. How much money will you need to survive in a month? Man, that's a deep question.
I'm trying to add up.
I think I can stretch out $1,200, man.
I'm trying to add up gas money, food money.
No, dude, I don't think.
I think I need.
I'm a minimalist. I will eat tuna, potato.
Oh, okay. We're talking about survival, or like how you're living.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have to try
survival. Like you want to do your first show.
Oh,
you have a girlfriend,
like a budget prep.
Yeah.
Okay. Or like budget bodybuilding. Okay.
Like we're under cyber attack with everything that's happening with Russia and Ukraine, and our money goes to go tomorrow, and we don't have any cash.
Yeah, I think.
Think about how much shit you would cut out. God forbid that happens. This is a crazy scenario. I shouldn't have said that, but just for imagination purposes, if you had zero in your account tomorrow morning, like what would you get rid of? And minimal living style. That's tough.
Oh, what would I get rid of? Oh shit. So that's another question. Like what can I get rid of?
You have no money. You got to sell some shit.
This is deep.
I could sell my car. Oh no, I don't know if I could sell my car. Shit. I think I could sell my car because the gym that I work at is not too far from me. And never mind. But grocery shopping would be that's hard. But gas.
And you don't have money. You don't have money to do Instacart.
I would sell my car and get like a bike, and then I'd be good.
Yeah.
Because gas is expensive as hell, so I wouldn't need to pay for gas. I could bike to the gym. I could probably take the bus to grocery shopping. Yeah, I think like $1,000 a month I'd be good. Does that include rent or no rent? That changes it. Can we have roommates?
Let's say that your rent is not covered. You need more money to pay for rent.
Oh yeah, you need a lot more money. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to cut shit out here. Feel like $5,000.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'm fucking bougie. Like I need my stuff. I need my stuff. It'll be very hard.
Let's go to another question. This is too deep.
Yeah.
All right, we already went over this. What's your current cycle? We already talked about that. All right, I'm gonna ask this again about money. Will you suck a dick for $10 million?
Here we go with the dick sucking.
I think that's the best question we have.
For how much?
10 mil. 10 million.
I'm gonna let Tom go first.
Damn, y'all are already married. Like I'm single.
Yeah, exactly. I can't cheat on my wife. No, but damn, 10 mil though.
Would your wife?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The question is like
$10 million.
Are you gay? That's the thing. Are you gay? If you suck a dick for 10 million.
Oh man, this is. I definitely think you are.
I think you're a hustler if you do it. If you enjoy it while doing it, then
if you enjoy it while doing it, yeah,
yeah,
different.
Man, if he gets to suck a dick for $10 million, like.
But think about, you got to be good at it to get the job done. To get the fuck
out
of
wait, there. We're talking about we talking about like you got to get the job done. I can do it.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta finish. You gotta finish the job, dude.
Yeah, you gotta finish the job to get the green.
Nah, yeah. I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
I don't know. It's so traumatic.
No. I will do it. I will do it for 100 million.
What's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference? That's the
you got 10 million. I mean,
it's 100 million. I will do it for 100 for sure. I'll just tell my wife that just don't think about it.
I don't know, man. 10 million, my life would be drastically different. But then in my head, in the back of my mind, I'm gonna know that I sucked a dick for
it. You'll forget about it eventually,
dude. I think for 100 million, I will do it. Yeah, I think, yeah, for sure.
He said, "What the hell? I'll do it for 1 million."
Yeah. All right. Let's do like one more question.
All right.
I wouldn't do it. Just for the record, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't do
it. Pussy. If you could only ever take one supplement for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good one.
Your wife asked that question again.
Shit. Are we talking about like? Okay, we should do.
Let's do both. Yeah. Let's do a PED and like an actual like health supplement.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to think about this one.
I mean, for my PED, I'll just do tests. Like that, I'll do tests, nothing else. Like,
Yeah, that's easy.
yeah.
Like if you can
And
only do
for
one
my
PED for
health,
the rest of your life.
yeah, like I will do tests for sure.
Yeah.
And for my health supplement, I will do fiber lice.
That one is gold. Yeah.
I think that's one of the greatest supplements that has ever been created. And
Yeah.
I'm not connected with them at all. I think that's just a great supplement.
Yeah. Like psyllium husk fiber. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For me, probably omega-3 fish oil.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. Cause I feel like it's an essential fatty acid, like your body can't actually produce it. You know.
I would say
lice.
test and glutathione.
Okay, that's two.
Glutathione shot. That's good.
Did that count? That's health.
Yeah, I mean that's health. That's a health supplement.
Have you used
injectable.
Have you used glutathione before, like injectable glutathione?
Yeah.
Is it really good? Is it good for like your liver and everything?
It is the best antioxidant that your body has.
Yeah. What I never use injectable L-glutathione.
It burns like a bitch, but
what would be the difference between like NAC, NAC, that converts to L-glutathione?
Just better bioavailability with injectable.
Yeah.
I did glutathione 2 years ago, and my blood work was drastically better. My liver enzymes were used it looked like I was just 15 years old. It was beautiful.
Do you get prescription grade?
Yes.
Okay.
I have everything. Anything that the guy that I sent you, like the pharmacy that I work with.
Yeah.
They use, if I need a prescription, I just tell them and they send it to me. It's really good stuff, man. It's really good. All right, let's do one more question and then we'll end it because this is a good one. Who is the most influential person in your bodybuilding career?
Holy shit.
That's an easy one for me.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we know yours.
Mike.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I was guessing that.
Yeah.
He's been like a mentor, coach, like everything for you, right? Yeah.
Yeah, mentor, coach, big brother, business partner.
I love that, man.
Mine is easy. Mine is easy, and I just realized that I'm wearing the shirt. It's Matt Porter. Rest in peace.
Yes.
He changed the way I coach. He changed the way I look at bodybuilding. He literally he shined a little light on what bodybuilding was to me, dude. He was simply an amazing person.
Okay, let me see.
Your wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like,
dog. You better say that.
Yeah.
Rachel's gonna put you in the doghouse when she gets back.
Yeah, like definitely my wife, just because I feel like we've just grown together in like all aspects of life, not just bodybuilding.
Yeah, awesome.
But I've learned a lot. Just her letting me coach, her letting me like coach her, just because I've learned about the division, I've learned about women's health just because of her. Because I want to make her like top 10 in the world, but I want to keep her healthy too.
Yeah.
Can't get any more invested than that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and then
that's a good answer.
Yeah,
you're definitely getting something tonight
when she comes home.
Yeah. Boys, we've been on for an hour and we've been on for 2 hours. Honestly, we've been talking for yeah. This is awesome, dude. I'm so happy we got this shit done.
Yeah, man. First one.
Yeah. Next time, let's do it a little bit earlier. Damn. But busy as hell every time.
I'm an hour, literally 1 full hour past my bedtime. I'm in bed by 8:30.
Same. I'm in bed by 8.
Sorry, guys. I'm a night owl.
Oh,
I'm gonna blame Tom for that.
Yeah, this is all my fault.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you boys next week.
Yep.
Next week, let's do it.
All right. Peace out, man.
All right. Later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.